Ryan had been dealing with weird stuff in his house for 2 straight weeks. Things moving, sounds at night, doors that wouldn't stay shut. His parents brushed it off, told him it was all in his head. So Ryan decided to get proof. He grabbed his camera and started recording. Look at what happened.
Alright, can you knock that can down again? Like you did earlier? Ooh. Oh my God, okay. Okay, no more.
That metal can rolled across the floor on its own and dropped off the edge. Ryan panicked, but somehow kept his hand steady and kept filming. He had his evidence. Daniel hadn't slept properly in days. It wasn't stress, it wasn't anxiety. It was the unmistakable feeling that someone was standing outside his window, staring in. But here's the thing, his apartment was on the 2nd floor, no balcony, no pipes, no ledges.
Hey, ¿qué pedo? Mamen, si ven eso. Qué verga. O sea, lo cagado. Lo cagado. Es que estoy en un 2º piso.
You see that? A shadow, shaped exactly like a person, glided right across his curtain. Daniel flew to the window, yanked it open. Nobody there. He even went outside later and filmed the whole area in broad daylight. No structures, no angles, nothing that could have thrown a shadow like that. Most of the time, when something weird happens at home, you can talk yourself out of it. A creak, a shadow, a draft. There's always a rational explanation if you look hard enough. Sergio tried that. It didn't work. He was alone one evening watching videos when he heard it, a dog whimpering somewhere inside his apartment. The problem? Sergio didn't own a dog. He picked up his phone and started recording.
Buenas noches amigos, les habla su amigo Trovadoc. En videos previos ya les había comentado que han estado pasando fenómenos extraños aquí en la casa los últimos meses. De hecho los perros están muy acelerados ahorita porque se escucharon ruidos por el rumbo de la sala. Y aproveché ahorita para grabar a ver si captamos algo. Se ha escuchado movimiento. Hemos visto una silueta un par de veces y pues bueno, vamos a ver qué logramos y si logramos captar algo. Ay, cabrón. Aquí como ven no hay nada. Vamos a grabar donde estaban escuchando los ruidos. Debo de admitir que estoy un poco nervioso. Ahí se puede escuchar el perro, que está un poquito alterado. No se ve muy bien. No sé qué es lo que esté pasando. Lo que se cayó fue un muñequito de Santa Claus de los adornos de Navidad. Previo a esto, donde hemos visto la silueta pasar, puse talco para ver si lográbamos captar alguna huella. Ahorita voy a prender la luz a ver si se ve algo. Estos ruidos son ya sumamente frecuentes. Estas huellas evidentemente no estaban. Hace como una hora que puse el talco y van más o menos al rumbo donde está el Santa Claus que se cayó. Voy a parar el video porque voy a salir de la casa para tratar de ver que no haya nadie, que no se... Estoy un poco nervioso, compañeros, pero bueno, me despido de ustedes. No olviden suscribirse al canal. A caramba, los saluda su amigo Trovadoc y denle dedito arriba para motivarnos y seguir grabando este tipo de fenómenos, a ver si encontramos alguna explicación.
A cabinet door swings open by itself. Then a doll on the counter gets shoved off like something just pushed it. But the detail that really gets under your skin? Paw prints appearing on the floor one by one, like something invisible was slowly walking across the room toward him. Sergio backed up against the wall with no idea what he was looking at. Paranormal researchers who reviewed the footage later said it had all the signs of an animal spirit, possibly a dog that simply refuses to leave. Apparently, animal entities are even harder to move on than human ones. They stay out of loyalty, out of love. If that's what this is, it's been there a long time, and it's not going anywhere. A small content creator decided to wander alone through a remote forest at night with nothing but their phone flashlight, just them, the dark, and whatever was hiding in it. For a while, everything seemed fine, just bugs, distant sounds, trees swallowing the light. Then something shifted. Keep your eyes open for this one.
That? What the is that? I can't zoom in, babe. Look at that. Wait, I lost it. There it is. There it is. You see that shit in the middle of the camera? What the is that? Oh, nah. Oh, nah. Oh, nah.
There, deep in the trees, something that looked like part of the forest started moving. Tall, pale, almost human in shape, but completely wrong. And just as the camera tried to lock onto it, the thing slowly straightened up, like it had been crouching this whole time, waiting. That's the moment the filming stopped and the running started. Was it a person hiding out there in the dark? Something else? Nobody's been able to answer that. This woman in France was just filming herself in the kitchen. Completely ordinary moment, nothing unusual going on. Then the atmosphere changes in an instant. Watch her face when it starts.
Je vais appeler maman. Olivier? Oli? Olivier? Oli? Ah! Oli? C'est vraiment pas drôle, là. Je vais appeler maman. Ah, maman?
Out of nowhere, things just start flying, sliding off counters, crashing to the floor, not falling, being thrown. She completely freezes, breathing hard, just trying to process what's happening around her. Cabinets start banging, utensils scatter across the floor, and the whole thing feels less like a poltergeist and more like something that is genuinely furious. The video cuts before we get any answers. Was it paranormal? A hoax? Something in between? Whatever it was, that woman was absolutely terrified, and that part is very hard to fake. Leandro was half asleep when something in the back room started making noise. He told himself something probably just fell over and tried to ignore it. But it didn't stop. It kept going, getting louder, more deliberate, like whatever was back there knew exactly what it was doing.
De julho de 2023. Nunca deixe sua porta aberta, ou isso vai acontecer na sua casa.
Será que é gato que tá aqui? Mexendo nas coisas? Mas não tem ninguém aqui. Ai, caramba. Acho que tem alguém aí. Que susto, velho. Que isso? Para! Que isso? Quem tá aí? Tranquei. Meu Deus, cara. Mãe.
O que tá acontecendo?
Não sei. Parece que tem alguém aqui.
Nossa, tem que parar de ver esses vídeos aqui. Eu tô com medo já dessas coisas. Não tem ninguém,
Mas...
tem batendo na porta.
His stomach must have dropped the second he opened that door. The entire room was destroyed, furniture flipped, stuff thrown everywhere. It looked like something had completely lost its mind in there. And the thing is, he lived alone. He slowly backed out and shut the door, and that's when the handle started violently shaking from the other side, like something wanted out. Heart in his throat, he threw the door open again. Spotless. Everything perfectly in place. Back door locked. Whatever had been in that room, it didn't leave through any door. Sandra and her husband were having a normal, quiet weekend at home when things started getting hard to explain. Have a look.
What the? What? Like, why?
Is it going off?
Yeah, by itself again. Like, this is getting weird.
Is it grinding the axle?
Yes!
What the hell?
That is what I'm saying, what the hell?
Turn it off.
I did. Right.
Actually, turn it off underneath. Underneath, turn it off.
And it's button, like, it's a button thing, so, like, it should not turn on unless someone presses the button. And I'm the one in front of it. So there's no reason. And if it's mom doing it, Brad, it's right when I said mom.
I know. Hit it again, turn it off.
Mom, is that you doing that? I'm not making this up.
I know you're not making this up. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it right here. I just got chill when that happened.
Their device just switches on by itself. No one touched it. Then it keeps doing it, almost like it's responding every time they speak, reacting to their voices in real time. Sandra thinks it's her mom. Her mother had passed away recently, and the strange occurrences started right around the same time. The last thing Sandra ever said to her was that it was okay to let go. But what if the thing responding to her voice in that room wasn't her mother at all? What if something else heard her grief and decided to use it? Ethan was in that sweet spot, a few last peaceful days to himself before his partner moved in. Binge-watching shows, no responsibilities, just vibing. Everything was completely normal, until it wasn't. Take a look. He's just sitting there when the door handle twitches. He blinks, tells himself he imagined it. Then it starts shaking like something on the other side is desperate to get in, followed by slow, deliberate knocking. He opens the door. No one. He sits back down and tries to move on. Next day, same thing happens in the bathroom, only louder. So this time, he films it. And then a few days later, while he's recording, he freezes. Something leaned out from around the corner and looked directly at him. He ran to check. Nothing there. But that feeling of being watched, that stuck around. When you walk into this man's apartment, the first thing you notice is religious items everywhere. Crosses on every wall, scriptures, handwritten prayers on every surface. It looks like deep faith, but it's actually fear. It all started after he visited his father's grave. Something came home with him. Small things at first, noises in the night, objects not quite where he left them. Then one afternoon, he woke up from a nap to a loud clatter from the kitchen, grabbed his phone and hit record.
Bueno, estoy grabando este video porque estoy tratando de dormir, pero acabo de escuchar un golpe duro por allá en la sala, entonces decidí grabar porque hace días que se viene presentando cosas extrañas en el apartamento. Son las 4 y cuarto, 4:13 minutos de la tarde, entonces me parece muy extraño que hasta ahora están sucediendo como cosas raras. Entonces, comedor. Miren, es en el comedor. Tengo las ventanas cerradas, miren. Esto viene sucediendo hace como una semana ya. Pues la verdad se me hace muy extraño. Se me hace muy extraño que estén pasando cosas así.
Kitchen utensils just swaying, no window open, no breeze, total silence. A few days later, it got worse. He stood in his apartment, demanding out loud that whatever was there needed to leave.
el nombre de Jesús te ordeno que te vayas. En el nombre de Jesús ordeno que te vayas. No tienes derecho de estar aquí. Ordeno que te vas. Ordeno que te vas en el nombre de Jesús.
The room went completely still. Then, a single piano key pressed down behind him. One clean note in dead silence. He bolted, but it still wasn't done. A few nights later, at 3 in the morning, he and his girlfriend were ripped out of sleep by something going through the kitchen.
Bueno, voy a grabar este video porque nuevamente se están escuchando en el apartamento ruidos. Son las 3 de la mañana con 16 minutos y...
Escucha.
Sí, amor, sí se escucha. ¿Es en la sala?
Sí. Escucha.
Esta vez no estoy solo, esta vez estoy con mi novia que por fin decidió venir a acompañarme, pues estaba asustada debido a todas estas cosas que están pasando. ¿Dónde es eso, amor?
La cocina.
¿Qué fue eso?
¿Se cayó?
Yo voy a mirar. ¿Qué es aquí, amor? ¿Qué es aquí? Señor bendito. Amor, quédese acá, yo voy solo, amor.
No, yo no.
Prenda la luz, prenda la luz. Se ve todo tranquilo por acá. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate. Parece que es en la cocina. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate. Vaya para el cuarto, amor.
No.
¿Qué fue eso? ¿Estás viendo, amor? ¿Estás viendo? Es en la cocina, amor. Cuidado con la cocina. Manifiéstate en el nombre de Jesús. Te ordeno que te manifiestes. Yo creo que sonó así ahorita, ¿no?
La cocina.
Mierda. Mira, amor, mira. Las quiero mentiras, amor. Es un vaso. Es un vaso. Mira, todos los cajones están abiertos.
Watch this. Wind chimes, thrashing, stuff all over the floor, and no sign of how anything got in. His girlfriend started feeling physically sick almost immediately after. And then came the worst night of all. He's standing in the dark when something charges straight at him, full speed, out of nowhere. Something hit him. He felt it, and there was absolutely no one there. He's been praying ever since, because whatever followed him home from that cemetery never left. This guy's filming a big old tree behind an abandoned house late at night. Everything's dead quiet, almost uncomfortably quiet. Then within seconds, that quiet completely falls apart. Watch.
This is the second time I've come over here, and the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me, and I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place. Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear. I think I'm gonna bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down.
The branches start going absolutely haywire. No wind, nothing, and then a massive limb just snaps clean off and slams into the ground. The guy explains, clearly shaken, that this isn't even the first time. Something in that tree had already been hurling branches at him earlier in the night. He keeps filming and it just keeps getting worse. More breaking, more crashing, like something enormous is tearing through it from the inside. Then it goes quiet, and he realizes the thing might have come down. Whatever was up in that tree was strong enough to rip it apart, and now it was somewhere on the ground with him.